And welcome to my YouTube. You know, this is absolutely a Romeo and Juliet. It is Leonardo da Vinci, but a Romeo and Juliet. Because it is really, I have to state it, it's actually Romeo and Juliet's. Leonardo da Vinci absolutely was in love with a couple of men. And sorry to say, when you're conceited, or in the sense that you think you're so handsome and beautiful or whatnot, and you kiss your hand, you're conceited with yourself. And it's kind of comical, but it's also a true fact. Our life is kind of like in the Three Stooges to me. It's kind of like, it's kind of like, you slap me and it doesn't hurt because it's on TV. and so when you get slapped, it really does hurt. So in this painting, there's a lot of hurt and there's a lot of love. And what I mean by that is that Leonardo da Vinci hid his work in this painting. These little dots that are smaller than micros, they're images such as this that I'm going to show you right there. And it's been playing for about a month now. And these images are probably 30, 40 times smaller than a grain of sand. All these little dots, these little itty bitty dots are smaller than what you can imagine to even imagine anybody can do. And the biggest problem of me trying to explain this is that if you really screenshot it, you'll find that those images are actually all kinds of pieces of art that grow like a pyramid, like a Indian totem pole. And what it comes out to be is like pixels in a TV that grow into be what you see, the main painting. My father was a television repairman, God rest his soul, and through the years that I have been on the study of Leonardo da Vinci's works, I ended up with trying to pull colors and such. And so what you're going to see and know about is what I found by having a real good, fortunate camera. And this camera is a phase 1 digital camera that is twice the strength that they use from the universe to the earth of shooting the images that in which the United States uses. It is a magnificent camera, but nevertheless, it is a camera that still is not good enough. Not for Leo. I mean, he is so good. It's not, I'm laughing. Three Stooges again, okay? It's not funny because he gets into these, again, micro images. Look at, you can see these little characters and eyes and little dog faces. These are, look at, they're unable to be, look at, those are two people in there. Screen shoot anything you see and open it up. Look at, he's got words being spoken right there. These are innuendos hidden in the painting. Now, I have well over 900 YouTubes. And out of the 900 YouTubes, you're going to find things that, well, I'm only the messenger. And I don't have all the answers. And I need the answers. Because I hunger like I do love. Just like he loved the Mona. He loved to be the Mona. He loved to paint the Mona. He loved to hang around beautiful women to paint. Who wouldn't want, any man wouldn't want to hang around a beautiful woman? This is kind of getting absurd. I mean, it's crazy in the sense of saying, why did he do this? Why did he do that? You know what? Here's the main answer. Here's the main, and you know, it's kind of like when you got a problem, and you want it solved. I'm changing the subject. Follow the money. 99% of the time, the answer is follow the money. Okay, and why did he paint the Mona? Why did he want to be the Mona? Why was he in love with the Mona? It was love. The answer is right in front of you. It wasn't money. It was, you know, the love of money maybe helped in the sense of his fame and his comfort and things, and we all know that we all hate money in a sense, but we use it. We do the best with it like a tool. I can't tell you how much I hate money, but I need it too. So with that in mind, I do this for the love. And what is the mysterious look she gives? Well, the mysterious look that she gives in here is exactly what it is. It's because he's a copy machine. If you were to follow my YouTubes and see, she's everywhere across here. And then you go down on micro and she's everywhere across here. And it continues. You can do it thousands of layers in any angle. Okay, let's pretend we did it 3 times. Here, here, and here. So we got 3 Monas, and she gets smaller. I mean, you know, shorter. But Leo excelled. He multiplied that thousands of times. Then he multiplied it thousands of times in different sizes. And then he multiplied it to where she's here aiming this way. And then she's here aiming this way. And continues. Because that's Leo's works. And he did it from the size smaller than what your eye can see to larger than what we see now. In the Mona, now you're kind of, well, how come she's there? There's areas where her whole area, her hand, is all of this. Just her in a layer. There's areas where you will only find her lips. As long as the body, as long. They're in my YouTubes of, well, the perfect example is The Last Supper. I have a YouTube with his hidden works in The Last Supper of her lips in the windows. They're a fact. It's not only a genius, it's absolutely flooring. And when you end up with this magnificent find, you'll see that Leonardo da Vinci loved. He loved beyond the limits of explanation. He loved beyond the limits of hiding. Because if he got caught, he either got thrown in jail for the rest of his life, if he was lucky. That's only if he's lucky, like a lotto ticket. That's, again, why we laugh about the sadness? Why we laugh about what is out there? Well, the percentage-wise, if he got caught expressing his love, being gay, he lost his life. So Leonardo da Vinci, okay, he hid his work in these micros. And here's part of one of the areas right there. So when I go to freeze this, when I go to freeze this, and I go to zoom, and you screen shoot this, I want you to screen shoot this. This is the study that you need to do. Just screen shoot it and turn it on your phone and open it up, and I promise you, okay, if you don't see these little guys, how their little heads and little bodies that you would put them together, and little sleds and little toy airplanes and all the little inventions and things and imagination of animals and dinosaurs and funny looking characters of things in which you go to the circus and you just watch the funny artist make you a funny looking person, even though it's not a portrait of you, because he was a cartoonist. He was a cartoonist. Sorry. If you don't, please don't subscribe if you think I'm trying to pull something over on you, because I'm not. I want this to go to your brain. I want it to go to your heart. And I want it to go to you yourself. This is what you deserve, because Leonardo da Vinci received this as a gift from the Almighty. He received it as a gift of talent. So if you got this screenshot, and I wish you guys could talk to me. I didn't get here to where I could have kept it on there a little too long for you. Anyway, so these images are in the MiDion. Now the MiDion is a diary of his entire life is in this. And not only on top of that, it is a registry of when he passed his lover. His lover brought in all his friends and associates, and throughout the years while he was still living out of honor, it was a monument, a magnificent monument to the tribute of a great-hearted, loving man, okay, who went further in life in many ways. And what ended up with is this X-ray. This X-ray inside my painting. That's the Mona Lisa. It is absolutely magnificent. You can screen shoot that. That is nothing compared to the other images in which I have in my YouTubes. This is absolutely magnificent. And again, he does it in layers, and he does it in numbers and builds. Now, why is there a flame I put in this? Because his heart is burning. His heart is flaming. Because in his hand, you will see a gift that I put as a endo on one of the next screens, that he has a ring. He is Jesus Christ proposing to the older Mona Lisa. Why? Well, let's pretend we're in a hot rod car and we're going down the road. Okay, we're going down the road and you are on your Friday night cruise. Are you looking for your Mona Lisa? How can you beat a Mona Lisa? You can't. Okay, so every man is looking for the metaphor of his Mona Lisa. She can be called many other names, but in a sense, you know my meaning. Now, the woman, which is a very dominating, strong name for me to honor women. It means the world to me in many different ways. So when she wants a man, who would be the greatest that he could be? Jesus Christ himself, the man I fear of all fears of what God has given man, which is the gift of a woman for men. And who could take away the greatest love of my life in a heartbeat? In competition, if we were in the same party, we were in the same room, we were on the same beach, and we were to meet, and he sees my bride, Jesus Christ, I lose. She's going to him. I mean, you know, so why wouldn't he paint both? The two greatest loves, better than Romeo and Juliet. I mean, Romeo and Juliet, think about it. They couldn't get the story straight at their age. In a sense, that's another Three Stooges type deal, even though it follows in a degree of many degrees and many more things of love. So, under what you see here is tons of layers that don't even look. Now here, why do I put rain in? Well, there's a lot of crying I see in there. There's a lot of hiding. There's a lot of love. For example, he hid his love of the Mona in the windows, and you can see it in my YouTubes. It talks about the lips in the Last Supper. And you also would wonder, what is the finger all about? What is this finger all about? Why was there always a large indication on a lot of Leonardo da Vinci's with the finger aiming up? Well, and a religious symbol is the way to heaven. But Leonardo da Vinci spelt his name forward and backwards. And he did it in many ways. But it actually stands for an L, okay? And then he has this circle in here of his thumb that makes an O, and he has his V, and then he has his E. L-O-V-E, love. Now, Leonardo da Vinci was hiding his love even in writing love. Why? Because he knew that if he was to do something like the Three Stooges and get slapped, it would hurt. It's not a comic to him, so he buried it in code in his painting. And so that is in my YouTubes, but there's so many thousands of other things and reasons, and you need to follow why I did these YouTubes. Now, this is his model, Sully. Okay. He also has an extreme in different looks, not only with the black and white video of Michael Jackson, how the face will change to Melzi Francesca, and it will also change to Leonardo da Vinci and the Mona Lisa. It also changes into birds. And this was his flame. This is his flame. It is a dream of being one of God's greatest gifts to life. It is if it's a woman to bear children. A man is not normally one who pacifies a fight. A woman will. A woman has a better hygiene. She wears beautiful jewelry and clothing and all kinds of things to add to that. She nurses the children so much more loving and caressing. There's so much greatness in a woman. Us men know that. That's why we like women. If you say, do you fear a woman if you got in a fight? I'll tell you why. I've had a lot of fights under my belt. And my fear, if I got in a fight with a woman and she beat my butt back then, it would be embarrassing. It would be embarrassing in a sense. And the reason is because that was the thing back when I used to be handicapped, March of Dimes. We used to have a whole different attitude of life. And women have no fear in a sense, because, you know why? It's because they are tougher than guys. They are tougher than guys. You don't underestimate your woman. You're in big trouble, because they are strong. That is John the Baptist. I decided to put the flame on the finger. Okay, well, there is many things, the tricks into this video. Now, following me on my understanding of metaphor or not, okay, I may not have to direct it right, but when you flip this in the right area in my YouTubes, it also becomes the eyes of the Mona, and it's in my YouTubes. It also becomes my man's head when it flips all the way in the X-ray. And there's also many other images that are in this that is just absolutely magnificent. And it is his love. This is his love. And this is what he is explaining. L. This is an L. Okay? This is an O. You see? This is a V. Okay? And these dots, these little lump, and this little lump, and this little lump has a real lightness of color along here, is his E.
Thank you, and I love you. Have a great day.